everybody. It's Angie and Maddie, and we are here to party. Woo woo. How you guys all doing tonight? I hope you're doing great. We are doing awesome. I'm just going to adjust this camera just a little bit so you can see Maddie's canvas too. There we go. That's better, better, better. I hope that you guys are all doing well. We are doing great. We are not drinking wine tonight. We are actually drinking some fancy Andre Spumante champagne.
My friend Andre.
We realized about a half hour ago that we didn't have any wine and neither of us wanted to go to the store. So Jeff said, well, I think we have some champagne in the fridge. So we're like, yeah, sure. That'll be a good enough substitute. And yeah, so I'm still, you guys, working on the same diamond painting. I am really, really sorry. I wish that I had more gnomes done than what I do for November. I really do. But I have really been pushing myself to get my Christmas gifts finished because, I mean, you realize we're like...
It's almost Christmas.
Yeah. We're like a month out.
It's practically here.
It's practically here. So, hi, Lisa. And we're us two. Yes, we crack ourselves up. How many glue dots do I use in my pen? This is going to be, you're going to think I'm a weird, well, you probably already think I'm a weirdo. I use 2.5 glue dots. I ball up 2, shove them in, and then I take another one, ball it up, shove it in, and then I have these little like they're like little nips scissors, and I cut off the part that's sticking out the top. And it depends. It's weird. Sometimes with these pens, sometimes the little nib is longer and sometimes it's shorter. So you just have to kind of gauge it. So 2 to 3. Between 2 and 3 is how many I use. So, hi, Lisa. Hi, Mary Lou. Nice to see you. Hi, Jody. Hi, Pam. I got Norman and Norma here. Woo, woo. Hi, Debbie. Thanks, you guys, for popping in and hanging out with us on a late Saturday night. We just finished watching Mindy. Had a good time watching her and hearing about her debacles of her new bed. And, I was actually pretty envious. You know, I have not slept in an actual bed in 12 years. Our bed, we got it when I was pregnant for Nate. Nate's 13 years old. And when we got it, I was having a lot of back problems. I was pregnant and I was having a lot of back problems. And so when we went to pick out the bed, I was emotional and pregnant and uncomfortable. And I picked out this like really firm mattress, which I loved while I was pregnant and for about a couple months afterwards. Then I hated it, and I have not been able to sleep in it for the past 12 years. So I actually sleep in my recliner every night. I do have herniated discs in my back, in my lower back, and I have that pelvic floor dysfunction, so I have some problems with my tailbone and stuff like that. So I do have some, some issues, but it's just more comfortable for me, and I sleep in my recliner. Don't tell Maddie, but we do have conjugal visits. Ew. I know she doesn't want to know that, so it's not like I'm like, a horrible wife or anything. Don't ask Jeff, he'd probably say I am a horrible wife. I have a funny story about that. Can I tell a quick funny story about that, Maddie?
I don't care.
Okay.
What is it gross?
Just a teeny bit gross.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so Jeff works with a Hispanic lady. She is the maintenance person in the shop that he works in. And she knows that I am retired and that I'm home all day. And so she made a comment to Jeff one day, oh, your wife, she must, keep the house nice and clean. And Jeff said, no, I do most of the cleaning. Oh, she must be a really good cook. You must have good dinners every night. Jeff said, no, I do most of the cooking. And she said, well, at least you don't have to go to the store. She takes care of all the shopping and everything. And he said, actually, no, I do the grocery shopping. And so she sat there for a minute and she didn't say anything. And then she said, oh, she must be really good at sex.
Oh,
And she's, like I said, an older Hispanic lady. And I guess he was just like embarrassed as heck that she said that, because it was kind of like his mother talking about his sex life.
Dude, Grandma told on that subject.
Okay.
I do not want to discuss it any further, but my grandma, who's 87, recently told me her and Papa were feeling amorous. That's the word she used. They were feeling amorous one night, but Papa had a hurt leg or foot, and he had Bengay for his foot, and he switched up the products and put it somewhere it shouldn't go, and he had to go to the emergency room because it was on fire.
He put Bengay on his...
Yeah.
Oh, as a...
And Grandma told me that. I don't know why.
Now, okay, here's a gross question, and I'm gonna... Did he realize that he switched up the products before or after they began to get amorous?
Did not ask.
Because otherwise she would have had to end up in the hospital too, I would think.
I did not ask. I said, Grandma, that's funny, but I'm through with hearing
I don't know what it is with adult kids. They just really don't want to hear about their parents getting it on. They don't. They just don't. But I guess in a mutual way, even though I have adult children and one of them has children of her own, I refuse to admit that my adult children have sex lives. So I guess it's a mutual distaste for discussing that topic.
Right.
So, yeah. So, okay, let me look at chat because I can see you guys commenting. Oh, hi, Sue. How are you doing? Sue, Sue, I need a sleep number. Is that the one that is that is reclinable?
I think they have those with Sleep Number, but it's perfectly done for you. Like it's like specific to your body, how you sleep.
Oh.
I think that's what it is.
Lisa says hi, Maddie.
Hi, Lisa.
And Jody says minty fresh. Ew. and Maddie went to because speaking of saying ew about things and male members having certain attributes.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I went to a pure romance party last night, and it's like a, I don't know.
Is it a toy party?
Yeah, it's everything. I mean, they have like the shaving cream, they have perfume, but then they have the toys, they have lingerie, they have everything.
Okay.
And she does her presentation, but in the beginning she was like, I have 2 rules. One is have fun. And I was like, okay. But then she's like, 2, don't be that girl that says ew. And like, what if somebody's into something and you say ew and you make them feel bad? And I was like, oh yeah, I get that. And like, one of the first things she says, I was just like, ew. Because it wasn't about a product or anything that anybody would be into, but it was just something gross she said, but I was that girl.
You were that girl that said ew.
Yeah.
You have never been really a person who has been very open or comfortable with discussing, like, even, like, feminine issues when you were a kid. Like, you were never a person that was like, oh my god, I have such bad cramps, or my flow is so bad.
I feel like I always am.
Well, no, you're not.
I don't know. I guess I'm a lady.
Maddie said she's a lady.
Regular Audrey Hepburn.
Hi, diamonds around you. Vivian. I'm Angie. And this is my daughter, Maddie. And we're happy to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Lisa said she went to Harbor Freight today and picked up 3 of the boxes. I hope you like them. They are, everybody loves...
storage?
Yeah.
I like them.
Everybody loves Harbor Freights, and they're not my favorite. They're okay. They're good. You know what they're good for? Harbor Freights, I've got a box of them, or a couple bags of them sitting down there because I bought them for giveaways. So in case you don't know, this is what the Harbor Freight storage containers look like. And what is great about them is that these containers are so big, they can hold like 1.5 big bags of DAC. So that's one of the things that's great about them. one of the things that's bad about them is they only have 24 in a case. So if you've got a painting that's got, 60 colors or 50 some colors, you're using 3 containers.
Yeah.
And that can be a little bit cumbersome. But I hope you like them, Lisa.
I thought when I first got these that I didn't know you're supposed to put them up like this. I stacked them on top of each other, and I was like, this is annoying because I have to unstack them.
Oh, because you have to unstack them all, yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Oh. Yeah, you find little tricks and tips as you are working. Does anybody know, while we're talking about it, I had my, because Lisa just mentioned doing a giveaway on her channel. Does anybody know? I announced my giveaway winner on my Thursday Whippin' Chat, and I have not heard from her, and I'm just I feel sad about that because I thought that I had a good prize, and I was hoping to hear from the person right away. But she's still, now that I think about it, it's only Saturday, and I posted that on Thursday. She's got plenty of time. She's got plenty of time. Hi, rock, paper, scissors. Oh, the case on my table. Oh, these are my favorite, Mary Lou. These are 56 grid storage containers, and there's 4 little, they're like kind of like pill containers, I would say. Well, these are my absolute favorite. They come in this case that they're really nice and slimline, and they stack really nicely. And they come in a pack of 5 of these 56s for $15 on Amazon. And they're my absolute favorites. And all I do is, if I have more colors than what fits in, I just make a few with that color. And it works out fine for me.
I like Craftmates lockables.
Yes, Craftmates lockables are awesome. Awesome. Craftmates lockables are really nice if you can get them on sale, but if you have to pay retail for them, heck no. Michael sells them retail price for like $32.99. That's way too much to spend for storage. You could buy a darn good painting for that much, or a bunch of, budget-friendly paintings, if you know what I mean. Like, that's just... But does anybody ever pay full retail for anything? I mean, really, doesn't everybody shop sales and coupons? I think, or... Am I in the minority?
No, if I go to a store, I think I inherited that from my dad, but...
You always have a coupon?
I always try to have a coupon or like a rewards thing, at least I feel like I'm, eventually will get money off.
Right, you're gonna like score points or something.
Yeah, but with Amazon and stuff, I feel like I will buy something only because it's on sale.
You know what? I told you about that meme I saw on Facebook that said, I need to order something from Amazon. Yep. I just don't know what it is yet.
Yep.
That's how I feel about Amazon. I go on there and I'm like, oh yeah, look, that's such a good price. I should get that. Oh, I don't need it, but it's such a good price.
I was doing so well with curing my shopping addiction. Online shopping.
Oh, Maddie, for everybody who doesn't know, Maddie has a serious online shopping addiction.
Like, it's bad.
Like a bad online shopping addiction.
It's affected my life.
Yeah. You have affected my life negatively in the following ways.
Yes, I'm Maddie, and I'm addicted to Amazon. Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
But I did really well. The past 2 weeks, the only thing I ordered was a book. 2 books. And those were both like $5, except the other day, I wear these loafers that my friend gave me that are like 2 sizes too big for me. I wear them to work. My feet hurt, and I get up really sweaty. So it's like, I just want some like cute boots. So I bought some boots. They were originally $100. Guess how much I got them for?
How much?
$44.
Nice.
Yeah, on Amazon. They're really cute.
Very nice.
That's the only thing. The past 2 weeks, 3 things.
I'm very proud of you. That's not bad at all. How many weeks?
2.
Wow, that's amazing. That is shocking.
Very.
It's shocking.
It's shocking.
So we deserve a good... Hi, Kathleen Cross. Kathy. I like to call you Kathy.
Oh, from the retreat.
Yes.
Friends on Facebook.
Oh, what are my thoughts on DAC Black Friday sale and releases? What are they giving 30% off? And so far the releases, there's nothing that I'm super excited about. I kind of like that dragon that got released today, but I didn't order it.
I got the email about the Amazon exclusive ones and the Snow
White. I didn't
White.
get that email. There's Amazon exclusive DAC.
Either, I think yeah, and there's one like Snow White one, and she's pretty cute.
Well, how did I not get that? Oh, you know why? Because my DAC account is on my iCloud email, and I never ever check that email. I always use my Yahoo email for everything.
Oh.
Like I set up my DAC account before I had my Yahoo email, and so that's, you know what I mean. So the only thing, literally the only thing that I use my iCloud email for is my DAC account. So
Well, check them out on Amazon then.
I'll have to check them out, definitely. I don't need to, but I will. You know that I will.
Yeah. I've been crochet crazy lately. Haven't diamond painted since our last
Kathy, I know that you prefer Kathy to Kathleen. It's just so easy when I see your name come up. It's just so easy to say that. But I know how you feel because on Facebook and everything, I'm Angela. Nobody in the world calls me Angela. Like, only if I'm in trouble do I get called Angela. So I know, but I always use Angela for like if I'm signing my signature or for email or for Facebook. I use Angela. Like, do you use Madeline or Maddie?
Maddie.
You use Maddie for everything.
My email is Maddie. My Facebook is Maddie. I think when I get married and I change my name on Facebook, I'll change it to Madeline. But now it's just like it's been Maddie for so long. It'd be weird to just be like.
Do people always ask you if you're Madison or Madeline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People think I'm Madison.
There's a lot of Madisons your age.
Yeah. There are.
Yeah.
But it's Madeline.
Yeah, so Kathy, when I see your name, even though I read Kathleen, I always in my head try to think to myself, Kathy. Don't say Kathleen, say Kathy. So I am thinking of you. Definitely. When I do that. Lisa, Kathy said that I can add my iCloud account to my Yahoo.
Oh, yeah, you can link them.
I can.
Yeah.
I'm a technological. Okay, here's what I wanted to do. I got a new iPad. And when I try to put my iCloud email onto my new iPad, it says that account already exists. And I'm like, I know it already exists.
And you're trying to log in?
Yeah.
Are you still logged in on another device?
I don't know. Probably on my phone.
Because you can have your phone and your iPad
Yeah.
and your laptop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you were pressing create account instead of sign in.
Kathy, I'm a technological idiot. Like, I shouldn't be allowed to own devices, let alone... I'm really, really...
At least...
And I have no desire to learn is my problem.
Yeah. At least, like, Uncle Joe, my Uncle Joe, doesn't know how to turn off caps lock. He messages me on Facebook all the time and it's all in caps. I'm like, stop yelling at me.
Yelling at me! At least I know that much.
Right, exactly.
At least I am aware of that much. So I haven't talked to anybody, any of my friends or anything from online. I haven't talked to anybody all week, and I feel so bad about that. Like, Jody, I haven't talked to you all week. I don't know what's been going on. What has been happening is my insomnia is over. So I'm friends with all these people that live in different time zones than me. So usually when I am up chit-chatting with them is like the middle of the night for me, and normal time, their time. So I've been actually sleeping like a normal human. So I haven't been up and online to chit-chat with everybody, so I feel really out of the loop.
On the line?
On the line. What show was that we were watching when they called it On the Line?
They were interns at Google.
Oh, yeah. That
Vince
was a
Vaughn
funny movie.
and
Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
The intern.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny movie. We watched that last time Maddie was home.
That was funny.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a good show that just came out. I'm sorry, I was trying to read chat. Talk about a good show that just came out. Has anybody watched Made on Netflix? I binge watched it last night. I'm not quite finished with it yet. I've got a couple episodes left to go. But oh my gosh, was that ever a good show? I'm trying to get Maddie to watch it now. We're probably gonna watch it tonight. So
It's
yeah,
good so far.
really, really well acted and
Yeah.
just really well filmed. I really am enjoying it. So that's a good one if you guys are looking for something to watch. Maid, MAID, like she's a maid, like a housemaid.
It's just sad, kind of.
Well,
But
life
what
is
I've
sad.
seen, I know. I try to surround myself with
Positivity.
positivity because I really get really into shows and movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So it affects me. It really does. So I try to like watch something funny.
It emotionally affects you?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So you're telling me if you watch a sad movie, you get sad?
When I watched The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, I was sad for 3 days. And that's not even it's a sad movie, but it's not like one of the saddest.
Well, what is it? Really?
Yeah.
You were sad for 3 days over
3
a
days.
movie.
I remember I was 13.
So what is wrong with me?
I don't know. I gotta think about that.
There are so many things.
I'd rather not say.
I know they and I've talked about this a little bit on my channel, but not like super a lot. I talked about it one time when it was kind of affecting my life in a negative way. But I have been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I do take medication for it, and it is I would say 99% controlled with medication, and I feel pretty normal most of the time. But this mom on the, I'm not going to give too much of the plot line away just so that you guys can watch it yourselves. But on this show Made, the mom is undiagnosed bipolar. And some of the things that she does did kind of get me all up in my feelings a little bit. Because even though she does them in an extremely exaggerated, drastic, dramatic way, just like some of the things I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of relate to that. Like
they always do that on shows and movies when someone is bipolar. Like there's bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. So I guess maybe they're showing the more extreme bipolar
version,
1.
right?
But there's always like super exaggerated and in my I don't know, it's not like
in your experience of living with someone who has gone, I mean, you've seen me go through
different
manic phases and depressive phases, and
exactly, and everybody
does experience it differently, exactly. And I mean, mine has been very well controlled for a number of years, so I'm lucky in that respect.
Yeah.
I'm pretty even-keeled person,
but even
for the most part. For the most part.
I still not even bring up this morning.
What happened? Oh, oh, you guys, I've got to tell you this. I feel okay. I told you I don't have feelings and I don't get emotional about things. Well, I totally got emotional today. I seriously. It's bringing tears to my eyes right now to even start to talk about it. No, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get it. We're going to air it out. We're going to air it. I made Maddie cry today. I am a horrible mother, and then I'm a horrible grandmother. And I'll tell you why I'm a horrible grandmother in a minute. But first, we're going to let Maddie tell you why I'm a horrible mother.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say horrible mother.
Did I make you cry?
Yes. Uncontrollably. And because I was sleeping, I was supposed to get up and I didn't hear my alarms. I'm a really heavy sleeper. So I didn't hear my alarms.
Let me just interrupt you right there.
Why?
Okay.
I turn them off in my sleep.
Yeah. You promised.
I know I promised. I did promise to go to the Christmas parade. And I didn't drink a lot last night because I knew I was like, I gotta be up early. But then people wouldn't leave my house, It's 4 a.m. There's still people there. And I'm like, get out. And I don't like to... I'm worried about my door being locked, so I don't like to go to sleep
bed with people still there.
People leave.
Right.
So I was staying up. But I was like... So I turned off all my alarms in my sleep. Anyway, Mom calls me 4 times. And then I find the answer when I wake up, and she made me feel so bad that my nieces were really looking forward to me going to the Christmas parade, and I've disappointed them. And I got really sad and I couldn't stop crying.
And, okay, in my defense, I was really tough on her. But you have to understand Maddie. Maddie is, like she said, a heavy, heavy sleeper.
Very heavy sleeper.
Like, her boyfriend has to literally pour water on her sometimes to get her out of bed to go to work. I honestly can't believe she's never been fired from a job because she is so difficult to wake up in the morning.
I think it's because I'm anemic because of the iron deficiency. It makes me tired. I think if I just took iron, I'd be fine.
Maybe if you didn't stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe that'd do it.
Yeah, but I get a lot of sleep on a weeknight.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I decided, and this was a very calculated move on my part. I decided, okay, first of all, I was supposed to call her at 8 a.m. to wake her up, to come home, because she has an 1.5 to 2 hour drive to get home, to go to this parade. I was supposed to call her at 8 a.m. I overslept because I was up until 5:30. Well, I just told you I've been sleeping, and I guess that's a lie. I didn't sleep last night. I was up till 5:30 in the morning. But it was for a good reason. I'm going to tell you about it in a second. Anyway, I was up till 5:30 in the morning, and so I slept until 9:20. So I didn't start calling her until 9:20. But I decided I was going to try this tactic where I was just it was going to be a tough love. It was going to be tough love, and I was just going to be tough with her and tell her, you got to get up. You made this commitment. You need to be here. You told these girls you were going to be here. How many years I had to get up and take you guys to the parade when I didn't feel like getting up and going to the parade, and you told them and you made this commitment and you need to be here and da 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 da. And I was saying all this stuff half-ass in jest. Like, my husband and Nate both knew that I was kind of laying it on thick. They both kind of knew I was, whatever, like, not really being all that serious.
Okay, but I had just woken up. I wasn't really noticing inflection. I heard was what you said.
Yeah, I guess my inflection was I had a smile on my face
but
literally the whole time I was talking to her. But she didn't see it that way, so she got really upset, and I felt really bad. And she was here by noon, and everything was great. We had an awesome day. Jeff and I and Nate and my 2 granddaughters went to the Christmas parade in town. It was colder than a witch's tit on a windy day. It was so freaking cold. And my daughter Emily did not dress those girls in an appropriate fashion to be standing out in the cold for hours. And but yeah, they got lots of candy. They got to see Santa Claus. So that was all well and good. And by the time we got home from the parade at noon, Maddie was here and everything was perfect. And we put up the Christmas tree and got a big pizza and some salad. And I took the little girls out to check on the chickens and get chicken eggs. And then I let them... Their favorite thing is to go collect eggs and then crack them into the bowl and for me to make them scrambled eggs.
And then not eat them.
And then not eat them. They think that is just the coolest thing, that they can go collect the eggs. Table. Yeah, farm to table. That's right. They're very forward thinking. They are really into farm to table.
It made me extra sad though when she first walked up. I went and greeted them when they walked in, and she goes, "Hi, Aunt Buddy. I'm sorry you missed the parade. I have this for you." And she brings out a handful of candy and gives me some candy.
So she really kind of guilted you even further.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, Marie.
Honestly, they didn't even notice you weren't there.
Exactly. That's what Emily said, because I called her because I thought she was mad too. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, what are you talking about? What happened? I was like, I'm not there for the parade. She's like, they don't remember 2 seconds. They're like goldfish. Like they're not gonna care. They just care about candy.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta look at chat. I have been oh, Jody, you guys binged on 9 Perfect Strangers?
That is a good show. I'm not done with it yet, and I I need to finish it. That's a good show.
Kathy,
wish I remembered the book.
you watched all of Maid. It was good. I'm not quite finished. And Vivian says it's very cool that my daughter diamond paints with me. Yes, my daughter is my diamond painting partner. We have been to 2 retreats so far together, crafting retreats that we primarily diamond painted at. We did some other crafts as well, but we primarily diamond painted at. She lives 2 hours away from me, but I'm fortunate enough that even though she's 24, she still comes home every other weekend, and we craft together all weekend and just have a good old time. And I'm probably the luckiest mom in the whole world. I have such a great daughter. I really, really am
You know
fortunate.
what? You should have said that this morning. I'm gonna replay. I'm gonna record that.
It's being recorded. You don't even have to record it.
God. I'm gonna save that to my phone. I'll play that back.
I really am lucky. I have wonderful kids, and I'm really lucky to have Maddie as a good friend that spends time with me. I mean, Emily, I love her to death. I don't love Maddie any more than I love my other kids, but Emily just has a family and the 2 kids, and she's busy. I mean, she has a different life, and she doesn't have the luxury of being able to have me time like Madeline does. So it really is to my benefit that, she gets to hang out with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got her into diamond painting
a year ago.
About a year ago, yeah. It was about exactly a year ago. I got you a diamond painting for Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hi, Irene. How are you feeling? I have been thinking about you a lot. I am so happy that you're here. And Irene says, I'm sorry, Lisa said for the last 2 months she's been watching Christmas on Hallmark.
Oh my God, same.
Maddie has too.
I downloaded, or I bought the Hallmark thing on Apple TV, and I've watched like 2 or 3 so far. And from the minute it starts, I can guess the ending, but I can't stop watching. They're so heartwarming, and they're just happy all the time. Even when there's like sad parts, it's still nice.
Still a happy ending.
And like I said, I have to do that for myself.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think you would like the Hallmark movies because
I don't know. I'm not so
Christmas.
I'm not touchy-feely though. I don't like to get all up in my feelings.
It's not in your feeling. Like the one I watched, like it was literally just about like what Christmas means to you and like being together as a family on Christmas.
Gifts.
It's all about the presents.
All about the gifts.
The cash money.
I'm just kidding, you guys. You know I'm joking. If you know me, you know I'm joking.
I cried so hard watching The Grinch. I've seen that movie so many times. And when I watched it last week, I was crying.
Oh, Lisa said, I don't have friends. YouTube is my friend, so the people I interact with on here. You know what? I'm the same way. I have like 3 friends in real life. And Maddie's one of them. And she's kind of obligated. Maybe. I don't know. But I do find myself, like the people that I watch on YouTube, have become, whether they know it or not, they have become my friends. It's, not even that I interact with them even, because I watch YouTube on my television. So even if I watch a person every day, which there are several people that I watch every day, I very, very rarely comment on anybody's YouTube because I'm watching on my TV. And it would take me getting up, getting on my computer, pulling up, finding the video. I mean, that's just a lot of extra work. So unless there's something I really want to say, I don't really comment very often. But I'm always watching YouTube, and I feel like those people are my friends. So I exactly, Lisa, know what you're talking about. Definitely. And then, Jody, I pulled the "you disappointed me." Kills my kids when I do that. Ugh. You know what? It never used to bother Maddie. When the kids were growing up, when the girls were growing up, the girls were so different. I could all I would have to do to Emily is say, Emily, I'm really disappointed in you. And she would crumble. Like, that's all it would take. And like, whatever her bad behavior was would be immediately corrected and she would feel absolutely horrible. With Maddie, I could have told her, I could have beat her to a bloody pulp.
Oh my god.
And she would have been like, yeah, fuck you.
I can't help it, that's your opinion. I have nothing to do with that.
She really didn't care what I thought of her.
I didn't. That's just your opinion. You always told me, don't care what other people think, and I did that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And then you get mad.
And then I get mad. But today it worked on you. Today I'm
did.
disappointed it worked on you.
Because I don't know why, because those girls, my nieces, I just love them. I don't want to disappoint them.
Oh, Mary Lou wants to know why your doctor doesn't give you iron shots.
I haven't been to the doctor in 6 years. So
yeah,
I go to my psychiatrist, and when I first went there 3 years ago, we did blood work, and she was, for the medication, she goes, "You're super anemic." And I was like, "Oh, that explains a lot." She's like, "You need to go to your doctor to get this corrected." And I've been seeing her for 3 years, and I've never gone to the doctor since then.
So
I go to my psychiatrist, but I haven't been to my doctor just because I don't have a doctor down by where I live.
Right, and we should probably explain that, Maddie.
Yes,
right.
It's just hard to find one down there. It's a busy place, and like you have to make your appointment months out. I don't know what days I can do. You know what I mean?
Right. So when she transitioned from living at home to living 2 hours away, she has yet to find a family doctor. So she hasn't been to a normal doctor in all that time.
I go to urgent care.
She goes to urgent care.
But yeah, I think an iron shot or iron shots would be what I need.
So Mary Lou, are you anemic too then?
And do they help, the shots?
And do the shots? She said they work wonders.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even honestly know they did the shots. I thought they would just give me pills.
No. Hi, Satya. New here but not new to diamond painting. Thank you for dropping by. Hi, Sue Bell. You watch YouTube on TV and chat with the iPad. I should do that. Yeah, I should do that. Mary Lou says The Bishop's Wife is her favorite Christmas movie, and It's a Wonderful Life is second.
Oh,
The Bishop's Wife? I've never heard of that.
I've never seen A Wonderful Life either.
I have.
My boss said White Christmas is her favorite movie. I've never seen White Christmas. We should watch that.
Oh my gosh, Lisa. Christmas Story 24 Hours on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
We so totally do that as a family.
Mm-hmm.
We count down to when it's going to start. Yeah, we totally do 24 Hours of a Christmas Story.
Best Christmas movies, Elf.
The
Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Four Christmases, I think that movie's hilarious.
It is a good movie.
The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus, yes.
And the Santa Claus 2.
What about the other Santa Clauses?
Santa Claus 3?
Yeah. Aren't there 4 of them?
I think there's 3.
Oh.
I don't know.
Isn't there one too. Jack Frost or something?
That one's actually good too. For a third movie too.
Yeah.
They're all good. I like it.
What is the one that came... Okay, who was Goldie Hawn's husband? What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Kurt... No, not Kurt Douglas. Who was Goldie... Kurt Russell? Yeah, Kurt Russell played Santa Claus in a movie that came out maybe 2 Christmases ago. It was an excellent, excellent Christmas movie, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it, but it was a great movie.
Oh, the Christmas Chronicles.
Yes, Christmas Chronicles.
That's a good one.
Yes, if you guys have not seen the Christmas Chronicles, watch that one. It was a super good. I really enjoyed that one. And I am a fan of the classics. I'm not much for, latching on to new things. Mm-hmm. But the Christmas Chronicles was really good. Satya says Rudolph, of course.
I watched Fred Claus the other day. That was funny. That was a good one. Had Vince Vaughn.
Oh, Lisa, your husband hates 24 Hours of a Christmas Story. I think mine does too. So Mary Lou, The Bishop's Wife is a classic. It's got Cary Grant and Loretta Young. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to look that up. We'll look that up and we'll definitely put it on our list of things to do because, we're pretty busy, but I think our day is wide open tomorrow, with the exception of Maddie having to go visit her grandma, of course.
Yes.
Not only is Maddie a super great daughter that she comes home and she crafts with me, she's also a super great granddaughter. Her grandma is 87 years old, and she calls her grandma almost every day and talks to her for at least an hour on the phone. And she goes to visit her every time she's home. And I just think that that is so lacking in our youth. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really proud of you for maintaining that relationship.
Yeah.
Because, you know, my grandparents were older too. And my grandma was my best friend.
Yeah.
And I miss my grandma still. Every single day I miss my grandma. She was 86 when she passed
Oh.
away. And boy, I'm getting a little bit of a tear in my
I know, me
eye.
too. I was just thinking because grandma's she's always has the best things to say about me. Even if I walk in,
Yep.
she's like, "You didn't brush your hair," but she'll be like, "You are the most nicest person I've ever met." Like she always, since I was a kid, has always had something good to say. I would say like, "Oh, grandma, you know, I got made fun of. I'm too tall." She goes, "You know who else is tall? Models."
That's right.
You know, she would do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she'd always make me feel better. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night every time I spent the night at her house. And she wouldn't be mad. I would wake her up and she would make me hot cocoa and
Cinnamon
brown
toast.
sugar toast.
Oh, brown sugar toast.
Brown sugar toast. And we'd just talk and I'd go back to bed. And we'd do that every single time. She would never be mad. Not once. She's a good grandma.
She is a good grandma.
She's
She's
crazy.
crazy. She's nuts. But she's a good grandma.
I have to crochet her blanket too.
You
Christmas.
do? Before Christmas?
And her birthday is in December.
Oh, speaking of crochet. Oh, Jody. Okay, here's what we're going to do first. Quick second. Oh, Lisa, your husband hates Christmas, period? That's no fun. So does mine.
Yeah.
Mine is a Grinch. We call him the
Scrooges.
Grinch. Yeah, we call mine the Grinch. Okay, so you know how on Thursdays when I do my whip and chats, I always show you guys the projects that I've worked on throughout the week that I've finished. Okay, so I want to show you, I worked on a project that I went to Joann's yesterday at about 4:30. Got home and started this project at about 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Worked on it till 5:30 in the morning, and then I've worked on it today as much as I could with having the girls here, and then after the girls left before we went live. And it's a Christmas tree skirt for Maddie for her Christmas tree. And I'm going to finish it. I'm on the last row. So I'm going to finish it either tonight or tomorrow. And she's going to be taking it home with her. So I'm not going to be able to show it to you guys in my whip and chat on Thursday. So I want to show it to you guys tonight. So I'm going to let Maddie tell you about the new job because Jody just asked while I go and grab the Christmas tree skirt. So I'll be right back. And Maddie, tell Jody how your new job is going.
Sorry. It is really good. I love all the residents. They are funny. There are some characters, but I work mostly in memory care, and that's really fun. But I work in independent living and assisted living a lot too, and nursing, because there's a bunch of different wings to this building. And I'm going to start. I started a crochet, knit, and coffee, LOL. But group with residents up in assisted living, independent living, and I'm leading a technology class, which I think will be good. But yeah, it's really good. The other day I just like played pool. I hosted a social. We were just like playing pool, hanging out. So it's fun. It's
Billiards pool?
Pool, yeah.
Like a pool
billiards, yeah. I was just playing pool. Yeah, I was serving wine and cheese, and I was playing pool with Bill. Oh,
Okay.
I shouldn't say names.
You can say
HIPAA.
first name.
Oh, okay.
HIPAA. Anybody could be named Bill. Bill, Bob, Joe, Tom.
That's his alias.
Right, alias. Okay, so I'm going to try to spread this Christmas tree skirt out to show you guys. But I got to be a little bit careful because, like I said, I'm still working on it. I'm on the last row. And I did change the colors of the from the pattern based on what Maddie wanted. So she wanted it to be gold, green, and red. So I went with this sparkly burgundy rather than a cherry red. And
it's so pretty.
A forest green rather than a Kelly green. And I got this, it's that Lion Brand Hometown, or Homespun, yeah.
That's
the
what
Lion Brand Homespun, which has a little bit of texture to it. But this is what it looks like. So this side here has the final row on it, and that's what it is going
it's so
to
pretty.
look like.
Because my tree, did you already say that? My tree is red and gold. So it's going to match perfectly.
Yes. And her carpet is burgundy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to look nice against the burgundy carpet, I think. And with having the sparkly in the burgundy.
I wish I could show a picture of my Christmas Wonderland house. I spent about 8 hours decorating the house.
I know you did a great job decorating your house. Maddie already has her tree up and her house all decorated, and it looks beautiful. So I've already tucked all my ends in on my seam sides.
So pretty. It's gonna look so good.
I just have to. I'm putting this border around. The last row is this green. I have to work the border up the inside here and around the inner circle, and then outside this seam, and then it'll be done.
It's so pretty.
Yes.
I love it.
So that is what about 18 hours worth of crocheting looks like for me.
Maybe I'll stay up all night and try to finish my blankie.
I want to finish this because my other daughter Emily came over today to drop the girls off, and she saw what I was making, and she has a Grinch themed house for Christmas. She does Grinch. And so she asked me to make her one with the Grinch colors.
Like light green.
Yeah, exactly. And I just so happened to have all those colors in my stash. So, it's out in the living room.
Oh.
I got it out already. You guys should see my yarn stash. Oh my god, I told you I've gone yarn crazy lately. I could tilt the camera and show you, but my craft room is a pigsty. I'll show you. I don't care. You're going to see Maddie's face too, probably. No. Oh my gosh.
Dear.
Okay, so I've got yarn all up in there. I've got yarn all up in there. And then I've got granny squares on top of my shelves.
And over there.
Way up there. And I've got a whole closet full of yarn over there. So I've really been going nutso crazy with the yarn lately. And I've got more, that's just my stash yarn. I've got more yarn in my living room, the yarn that I'm working with. So, yeah, kind of going nuts with the yarn. But I've been having fun with it. I've been having really, really a good time. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Jen. Hi, son. How you doing? Yes, Jody, my stash is my own store.
It's my store, too.
It's Maddie's store, too. Yeah, I just gave her, I'll show you the yarn I gave her to make a blanket for her dad. Well, I didn't give it to her. I sold it to her.
Let me know if you think this is a good dad color.
Okay, do you think these are good dad colors? So this is Big Twist. It's like a bulky weight yarn. And I started a blanket with it, and she's going to finish it up and give it to her dad for a Christmas gift, an Afghan with this. So I think that it is a great idea.
It is. It's so pretty.
Oh, Lisa said you're pretty. Don't hide. Maddie is pretty. She's beautiful. Hi, Chantel. How you doing tonight? Oh, goodness.
Oh, I have to give an update on my scrapbook.
Oh, yes.
So every time I go on live, I talk about scrapbooking and how I was considering it for months.
Yes.
Finally bought it. So.
How much did you spend getting started?
$200.
Okay.
Over 200.
Over 200 to get started scrapbooking.
It's a pricey hobby.
It is a pricey hobby.
But I was having so much fun. So I imagine you're me.
I can't even imagine.
You don't want to. No. You're scrapbooking. Having a great time. I was doing it for hours.
Okay, wait. Hold on. We have to give a little bit of background. Maddie lives in Corktown, which is a neighborhood in the city of Detroit.
Yeah, downtown Detroit.
In downtown Detroit. She lives right downtown Detroit. Okay. Her boyfriend, who she lives with, works second shift. He doesn't get home from work until about 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So she's home alone from the time she gets home from work at about 6 o'clock until he gets home at about 11 o'clock.
And I'm always, I live in a very safe area.
The immediate area.
Yes, the immediate area is very safe, but it's still Detroit. And one of my biggest fears is a home invader. So I'm always kind of on edge. I have a security system that I just try to stay safe because you never know. It can happen anywhere.
And you have a handgun.
Yeah, I do have a handgun, but it could happen anywhere. But I'm just vibing. So imagine you're me, having a great time scrapbooking. I'm doing it for hours. My phone's on the other side of the room. I don't know where it is.
You're just going nuts scrapbooking.
I'm going nuts. I was about to turn on some jazz.
Shut up.
I
You don't
was.
listen to jazz.
I don't, and that's how much I was into this scrapbooking.
Okay.
But so all of a sudden, on my porch there's a window, and one of the blinds was missing because my cats are crazy and they tear out the blinds. But one of the blind strips was missing, so you kind of see out onto the porch. All of a sudden, I see a woman's face. Looks like an old woman, and she goes, "Let me in, little chicken," just like that. And so my heart dropped, and I ran over to like where my doorway is, and I set my security alarm so I'd know if anyone came in, and they knock for so long, hard. And I'm just like, I'm frozen. I'm like looking around the room for my phone, can't find it, and I don't want to move back into the living room, you know what I mean?
Because you don't want
I don't want them to see me.
Chicken lady to see you.
Yeah, chicken lady. And so all of a sudden I get so much courage, and I just open. I know, at first I go, "Hello." Try to sound like a guy.
You tried to sound masculine.
Yeah. So they think a guy was home. And I didn't even think, let me go get my gun, let me call the police. So I just opened the door. And it was my friend. She had texted me 5 times saying she's on her way over.
But you were vibing so hard.
But I was vibing so hard.
In the scrapbooking zone.
So I'm never scrapbooking again because of that.
Because you were traumatized?
She came in and she felt so bad. She was crying, laughing. And I couldn't stand. My legs, like I pulled my pants back. My legs were shaking so
Were you having
hard.
a panic attack?
I had a panic attack. So then a couple days later, Amazon opened to deliver the books. Opened my screen door.
Yeah.
And
you
I
had a
had a panic
flashback?
attack and my legs went numb.
You had a flashback to the little chicken.
So I haven't and I had so much fun scrapbooking, and I haven't done it since because I'm so.
But that ruined it for you.
Can you imagine if someone came up to your door and said, "Let me in, little chicken"?
Let me in,
on
little
a Friday
chicken.
night at like 10 p.m.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be fun.
And it was just my friend, and I should have checked my phone. I didn't even know I forgot she was coming over.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at with the scrapbooking. I'll update you next time.
So you did a little bit, you loved it, but you're traumatized.
Yes.
Okay, you should have brought it home so we could see what you did. How many pages did you get done?
I did 2. So at first I was on FaceTime with Mackenzie, my friend Mackenzie. Because I had printed out some friends' pictures. She's like, "Can you make a page just like me?" And I was like, so I made a Mackenzie page.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Cynthia. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, son, that's scary but funny in hindsight. Poor Maddie. Yeah, poor Maddie.
Can you, like, little chicken?
Why would she call you a little chicken?
She always calls me chicken.
And you know what? Probably a good background to the story might also be that Maddie believes in ghosts.
I do not believe in ghosts. I never have.
That's bullshit.
I never have believed in ghosts until I saw one.
Okay.
Twice.
See, so Maddie obviously believes in ghosts because she's telling me that she saw one twice.
I do know. But
Maddie believes that her house is haunted.
Someone died in it.
No, how do you know that?
My landlord told me. He lived in the basement and he died there.
A man died in it. You see a woman.
That's the confusing part.
Yeah, I think you're crazy.
I probably am.
Okay, show of hands. Who here believes in ghosts?
I almost called a paranormal investigator.
I
did. They texted me. I put all my info in on their website.
They did text you?
They're like, "We need some more information from you. Like, when can we come out?"
No kidding. How come you didn't text them back?
Because I didn't want it to be confirmed, and also I don't believe them.
Because it's better if you don't know. Oh, because you didn't want them to bring their EVFs. Is that what they're called? EMF.
EMF. Because when I did that ghost tour, we had EMF readers.
You went on a ghost tour?
In St. Augustine. Oldest city in America.
Yeah, I was just going to say, St. Augustine is confirmed haunted.
I watched a Ghost Hunters episode about it.
So just to put it out there, I do not believe in ghosts.
Okay, I was like you once.
And now you're enlightened?
I am enlightened.
Whatever.
My third eye is open. And yours was closed, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment about the third eye. It's raunchy and not appropriate. So I'll just say, yeah, no, we'll leave it closed. Jody says absolutely she believes in ghosts. Karen says she does believe in ghosts.
See?
Mindy, hi Mindy, Mindy does not believe in ghosts.
Because she's never seen one.
Sun Moon Love says she does.
I saw one so clear that I reached for a weapon.
Sasha says just tell him to go away.
But it was a nice ghost. They weren't doing anything.
But then why'd you reach for your weapon?
Because I thought it was a person. That's how clear it was.
And she's an old woman.
No, she's a young woman.
Oh, I thought she was an old woman.
She was dressed in old clothes.
Oh.
But not super old, like 50s.
Oh.
She, you know, like she had, you know, like the little sweater set and like penny loafers and, you know. But
okay.
The one time in my one apartment, saw one. Wheels, my cat saw it too.
So you've seen 2 different ghosts
in 2 different houses.
In 2 different houses.
So I read that.
So do you think that you're haunted,
yeah,
do you think that the houses are haunted?
I read spirits follow you, like it'll attach itself to you.
So you think it's the same ghost in both places?
It might be. I think it's my great grandma, Nana.
You think it's your great grandma?
I think it's grandma's mom, Grandma Judy's mom.
I have a creepy story about your grandma's mom.
Oh my god. What is it?
Okay, so Maddie's grandma's mom, Maddie's great grandma, who would be my ex-husband's grandmother. We ended up she passed away well before Maddie's father and I met. Maddie's grandfather passed away just as Maddie's father and I started dating. So
Great-grandfather?
Your great-grandfather,
okay.
Yes. So I never met him, but he was alive when I was in the picture. Like, we had just started dating. It was way too early for me to, like, be meeting family or anything. But him and our relationship moved really, really quickly. We were, like, engaged and married within 4 months of going on our first date. So when his grandfather passed away, we ended up buying his grandfather's house. And we moved into that house right away after we got married. Well, maybe like 4 months after we got married, we moved into that house. And we lived there for about 7 or 8 months or so before I found out that not only the room that we were sleeping in, but the very exact bed that we were sleeping in was the bed that she died in.
Question.
You were not conceived there.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Maybe that's why she's following me.
No, you were not conceived in that bed. I know you guys all wanted to know that too. You were conceived up north at the cottage.
Ew.
I'm just letting you know. I mean, you asked.
That's sweet.
It was hunting season. Yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody else know does anybody know when their kids were conceived? Or am I a weirdo that I know that? I don't know. Good question.
Mm. But I feel like the woman I saw, the reason I think it's my great grandma is because I have all of her Stephen King books, and they're the books that came out. They came out. She bought them when they first came out. Is what I'm trying to say. I've had some stuff to drink, so they're very old books.
I have some stuff to drink.
And the woman was I have them up on a shelf in these bookends that Grandma gave me. They're cat bookends that her mother actually gave to her.
Uh-huh.
And so I have all the Stephen King books sitting there and a vase that came from her right next to it.
Yep.
And she's messing with them and pulling them out and messing with them. And that's why I think it was her, because those were her books. She loved Stephen King.
Okay.
That's why.
All right. I'm going to let you,
And I wasn't asleep yet. I had just laid down.
Here's my thing, and this is my stance on just about everything in life. I can tell you that I don't necessarily believe that, but if you do believe it, I fully support you in your beliefs. Like,
it's either that or I was hallucinating, and I don't want to believe that.
I was going to say, I choose to believe that.
Yeah, so I'm going to blame it on the ghosts.
I choose to believe that what you saw was true. Yeah.
No, I once saw a flash of light pass through my apartment, and Wheels saw it too.
Wheels is the cat.
Yes, She freaked out. I've never seen, her tail was huge. You know, cats get upset and their tail gets really
Gets big, right?
Um,
Could it have been headlights?
I lived on the 4th floor.
Oh, that'd be a tall vehicle.
Yes. And I heard it too.
Sasha said she said if you tell them to go away, that it works, that she's done it, and that they need to go to the light to see their other loved ones.
Maybe I'll do that. Because, another spooky thing. Me and Austin were sleeping one night. We both wake up freaking out because we hear someone in our dining room say, hello. Like that. Hello.
Hello. Okay, so we're going to go back to the conceived. Jen says she knows where hers were conceived, but she doesn't travel much. So it's easy. Oh, Jody, hers was conceived in a bathroom. They were at a party. Well, you know, when in Rome.
When in Rome. Gotta do what you gotta do.
I love that saying, when in Rome. It applies to just about everything, even though it doesn't. Mindy says she's made it to 61 with no ghosts. Jen would love to see a ghost. She watches a lot of paranormal stuff. Oh my gosh, Mindy said she just read a book about a ghost mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is ghostly enough. I don't need her to actually be
She's
a
a nice lady.
She's a nice lady. Does anybody else have a mother-in-law that just shows up?
No, I wish.
You
wish I had
wish-
a mother-in-law.
Yeah, well, we're not going to go there tonight. Like, how do you all feel about that? I don't think that I would ever just show up at anybody's house unannounced, no matter who they were to me. I wouldn't show up at my kid's house unannounced. I wouldn't show up at my own mother's house unannounced. I wouldn't show up to anybody's house unannounced. And, you know, I don't do much during the day besides craft, and I sit around in my PJs pretty much every day. They're not really PJs, they're more just like lounge clothes.
What do you mean we'll watch?
But she just kind of will drop by. And I don't know, just call first. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine ever just showing up at someone's house unless I'm like...
But I do love my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is a super great, super nice lady, and I'm super lucky to have her.
She's older, so maybe, you know what I mean? She, like this, before people could just say text and say, hey, I'm
Text
on
me
my
and
way.
say, hey, I'm going to stop over.
Like, you know, you just show up.
Yeah, maybe. And I do have to say that when she does show up, okay, and I shouldn't bitch. I really should shut my big fat mouth, because when she does show up, she never shows up empty-handed.
Yeah.
She always has something, whether it's clothes for Nay, or she made me a peanut butter pie. She makes the most amazing peanut butter pies. She made me a peanut butter pie, or I think last time she brought a new tray for our new silverware drawer in the kitchen. Which, by the way, Mindy said no. If she did, she'd be a ghost. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would annoy me too. If someone
Sasha,
showed up.
thank you for thinking I'm an amazing mama. I wasn't amazing earlier today. Everybody pretty much says no. Hi Darcy, how
Says
you
no
doing?
to what? Ghosts? Or the conceived thing?
Yeah, Jody, I'm off kilter for the visit if somebody just shows up. And then I think that's Mindy wants me to send her and her pie her way. Those peanut butter pies are amazing. I don't know what she does. Okay, they're like, it's a graham cracker crust, and then she coats the bottom of the graham cracker crust with smooth peanut butter. Then she mixes peanut butter with, I believe, cream cheese, puts it fills the pie plate, and freezes it. Then she puts Cool Whip on top, and then drizzles chocolate
So good.
on top of that. And then it stays frozen, and about like 15 minutes before you want to eat it, you take it out of the freezer. It is the most amazing stuff you have ever eaten in your life. If you like peanut butter and chocolate, or either one, or the combination of both, it's so stinking good. But I need to send them your way, Mindy, because last time she brought one was on my son's birthday, and I decided rather than put it out with the cake to share with everybody at the birthday party, I would be a stingy person and put it in the freezer. And I ate that whole damn pie all by myself, and I didn't share it with one single person. I ate every single piece of that pie. All by myself.
I do not blame you for that.
Yep. You're not much of a sweets person, though, are you?
Me?
Yeah, you're not too bad. With stuff like that.
I have to have dessert with every meal. My boss, I've only been working there for a month. I eat lunch with her at her office. She goes, "Do you have dessert every day?" It's like, I guess, like, I really like sweets. She's like, "Yeah, you gotta, that's all you eat." Like, she'll eat, like, one bite of, like, a salad, I'll just eat pie. And I'm like, yeah, sorry.
So do you get to eat food from the facility? Or do you have to, like, pack a lunch?
There's, like, a little, it's cute. It's, like, a 50s style diner that's in the facility.
Oh, cool.
It's, and it's so cute. And they have the best food. They have, like, wraps and salads and sandwiches. And then they have the best desserts.
So the residents get to go there, too?
Yeah. And,
very cool.
like, the other day I got a wrap, a Diet Coke, and a piece of pie, and it was, like, $4. And they just take it out of your paycheck. So I don't have to, like, pay every time.
I would be so freaking fat if I worked there.
Yeah.
I would be eating constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would not work well for me. Not at all.
No, that's why I'm glad I don't work in restaurants anymore.
Right?
Especially when you can just tell the
tell
cooks,
them take it out of your
Can
pay.
you just make me some fries?
Oh, when I worked
give them
at
puppy dog eyes.
Yeah. You guys don't know anything about Tony's, but Tony's restaurant is like a local legend in the area that we live in Michigan. They are an Italian chain of restaurants that's all owned by various branches of the same big Italian family. And their big claim to fame are their steak sandwiches.
They're the best thing. I want one right now.
Oh my gosh, doesn't that sound amazing?
Are they
Could we
still
get a
open?
steak sandwich?
Are they still open?
I don't know. Why don't you check it out? Check it out and see if we can order a steak sandwich in a malted. I want a vanilla malt. I want a steak sandwich with pizza cheese and mushrooms grilled.
Closed.
Shut the front door.
They closed at 9.
What? You know, ever since COVID, every place closes so early. Places that used to be open late are now closed early. Anyway, steak sandwiches are like...
And it's not like steak.
It's not steak what you're thinking. It's like seasoned ground beef, like Italian seasoned ground beef, on big, thick Italian bread with marinara sauce, with cheese, and if you want, mushrooms and sauteed onions, and then with grilled bread with like garlic salt on the grilled bread. And it's literally like a local famous thing that we have here in Michigan, in our area of Michigan anyway.
We're known for the murder rate and the steak sandwiches.
Yeah, known for our murder rate and our steak sandwiches. That's what we're known for. And our Kogel Viennas.
Yes.
Our hot dogs. Michigan as a whole is known for their hot dogs. What a thing to be known for, right? Wieners? Ask me about my wieners!
So do you think when I go... Oh, I'm going to Italy.
When are you going to Italy?
I'm
What?
going to France, Italy, and wherever Amsterdam is. Holland?
Holland. Aren't you fancy?
Yeah.
When is this happening?
Next year.
Well, then it's not really happening.
We literally are about to buy the tickets. Austin's paying for everything because he's going to propose, I think.
If you don't have a ticket, you're not really going.
He says we're going.
Okay, I will believe that you're going when you have a ticket.
Well, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But we're going to either Bordeaux or Paris in France. I want to go to Bordeaux.
Yes,
because
definitely.
of the wine.
Well, and Paris is just so, you know.
Yeah,
It's so been done.
Yeah. But I think to go to like a vineyard in Bordeaux. But anyways, if I go to Italy and say, can I get a Tony steak sandwich, I wonder if they'd be like, what are you talking but
Mm.
or just a steak sandwich in general.
Oh, Sue says no pie.
No pie.
Yeah. Oh, Sacha, yeah, food porn. It was, yeah, definitely. I was giving you some food porn. For sure.
It's so good.
I know. We had Jets Pizza. I don't know if everybody in the country has Jets, but Jets is a really good pizza place in Michigan. It's a deep dish style pizza. We had Jets Pizza for dinner, but we had it really, really early because we wanted to get it while the girls were still here early this afternoon. So that's why we're kind of hungry tonight. And plus, I don't know if I've ever told y'all about Maddie's second dinner.
And third. I'm going to have third dinner after this.
Cynthia Paris is dirty? I didn't.
Everyone says that. I've heard that so many times. People say Paris is very dirty. Like, it's gross.
Really?
That's what a lot of people say. That's why I was like, okay, it'd be nice to, like, go to the Eiffel Tower or whatever, but that's why I think Bordeaux, South.
Is it dirty like New York City dirty?
Like
or
LA dirty.
I've never been to LA.
Me either, but everyone says LA is dirty, and it's dirty like Paris is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no desire to go to France. I would rather
I
go.
am French, so I'd like to see.
You're Belgian.
On my dad's side, I'm French.
Oh, on your dad's side, you're French. I would like to go to Germany to see the castles. If I was going to travel internationally.
Well, I want to go to Italy really
But
bad.
Sacha's right. It is scary to travel now.
Yeah, that's why we're thinking next year, like next summer.
But it's scary to even book it now because how do you know how things are going to be? I mean, a year ago, didn't you think all of this was going to be resolved and we'd be back to normal by now?
Yeah, I thought it was like, I remember when you called me when you were like, we're going to get shut down, and you called me freaking out because you didn't know what was going to happen. You're like, come home now. So I packed up my cat and all my stuff.
Yep.
And came home, and I'm glad I did, but like we didn't know what was gonna happen. I thought it was just gonna blow over. Like we're gonna be quarantined.
And you ended up being home for months.
Yeah.
Like over a month.
Yeah. And then it was still quarantined even after I left.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want you to go back home.
Me either.
Why did you go home?
Because we had moved all my stuff into my new house.
Oh,
and
that's
I didn't want
right.
to just leave
You
it
had
empty.
moved.
I didn't want to leave
right.
all my stuff in there with nobody living there.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So I was like, I guess I gotta go home. But it's just so crazy, and it's getting bad again.
That's what you said earlier.
Michigan is #1 for COVID cases right now.
I don't get out much, so I don't hear about it. Or I mean, I don't. Not only do I not get out much, but I don't watch much other than Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube. So I'm not really like I don't really keep up on the current events, which is a horrible thing to say.
Yeah. I'm thankful though that I get COVID tested once a week at work.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't
Every
know
week
that.
They do it right in there.
Oh.
I do it myself actually. I just put a little thing up my nose and move it around a little bit. So at least I know I'm keeping other people safe. So I know every week if I have COVID or not.
Jody, you've been to Ireland?
I want to go to Ireland.
Cool.
We were thinking about maybe Ireland too. Instead of the other
Oh yeah, I
ones.
forgot, son. You're in Michigan too, aren't you? You had Jets yesterday. And Germany's awesome, Sue says. Son, you've been to Germany too? And so has Sacha.
So everybody agrees that maybe we should go to Germany.
Yes, you guys should go to Germany. Sue says they're amazing and beautiful.
We want to do like you take a train, through to get to the different places so we can like see different sites.
Darcy says her heritage is Norwegian and Irish, so she'd have to visit both. Very cool.
Norway.
Karen, you've been to Germany too?
Isn't Norway known as the happiest? The people in Norway the happiest in
I believe they
world?
are. I believe they are known as the most content, like overall happiest people.
I watched a documentary about that.
Yeah, I think Dutch are. Wait, aren't Dutch people like right up there as well?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Because it's not the weather.
I think it's the I think a lot of it has to do with the socioeconomic status of the citizens.
You know what I think it has to do with? I think it has to do with I think they get a lot of time off when they have a baby, and they get to stay home with their children longer.
Well, in Europe, in a lot of countries in Europe, you get like 6 months of maternity leave, and then after that, the father gets like 6 months of paternity leave.
And as it should be,
Yeah.
because those dads should be changing those diapers too.
Right.
Let those dads stay home and change diapers.
Right.
It gives them a better appreciation.
Right.
Jody
Yeah,
says
I
she
think
went
about
and
it.
saw where her grandma was raised, an old stone 3-room house that was still standing. Very cool.
In Germany?
No, in Ireland.
In Ireland.
That's
Oh.
very cool.
That would be neat to see.
That would be neat to see. You know, I have a very interesting story of my family's origins in Germany. My family on my grandmother's side, my grandmother's maiden name is Warnemünde, and her family comes from a region in what used to be Prussia, which is East Germany, which used to be East Germany. At first it was Prussia, then it was East Germany. But they come from an area where they were actually not even citizens. My family's heritage is they were indentured, or they were serfs, which is basically they didn't even own. They didn't own. They were indentured servants. Basically, they were farm hands, but they were basically owned by the landowners that they worked for. They worked essentially just for their room and board on the farm owner's property. So when they emigrated to the United States, they didn't have a name other than the name of the landowner that they had worked for. So they adopted the name Warnemünde. And if you look up in Germany, there is a town of, or there's a region of Warnemünde, Germany, and that's the name they adopted when they immigrated to the United States.
That's really interesting.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I love hearing about that kind of stuff. Like, what my grandpa always told me is that my last name is Colette or Colette.
Right.
It's just got one T at the end.
Right.
But before it was ETTE, Colette.
Yeah, Colette. Mm-hmm.
Or Calais. It was de Calais. And then they came
Oh, it
from
was
France.
de Calais?
Yes, they came from France. It was Calais.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's brothers, and they got in a fight. So one of them kept Calais, Colette, and then we got Colette with the C-O-L-E-T.
Really?
Yeah, because they just wanted to be away from each other. I don't know if it's true.
You know what? I have a similar story with my mother's maiden name. My mother's maiden name was Rivet. R-I-V-E-T. Like rivet, as in like a button, rivet that you put on clothing. But it is a French Canadian name, and the origin before that was Rivette. But it was again a situation where there was fighting between portions of the sides of the family, and some people dropped the TE, the final TE.
That's so weird.
And it went from Rivette to Rivet on one side of the family. But before it was Rivette, it was Rivete.
Rivete.
Yeah, right, because it was French Canadian or whatever.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, I was just talking about this, that 23andMe thing you got me. I just got an email today that I have, however many new relatives on my 23andMe.
Isn't that amazing?
I have to go check them out.
I love that 23andMe.
That is so interesting. Did I ever connect with you on that?
I think we did.
So we can see.
Yeah, I think we did.
I want to see what comes from you.
Guess what? 50% of your DNA comes from me.
I mean, what? You know what I mean. You know what? We'll see.
About half. Hey, I was there.
Well, I feel like I just spawned. I don't think I was ever born. I think I spawned.
Oh, Sue, you were born in Germany?
That's so cool.
Very cool.
I feel like Germany would be really cool to see.
Yeah. Alexandra has been to Scotland.
Ooh,
she went to
Scotland.
Stonehenge. Very cool. Sacha's traveled to Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland via a cruise.
See, I feel like we are going to go because when Austin and I went to Florida, that was his first time on a plane. My boyfriend, his first time in the ocean.
That was
So
yeah.
he now has the travel bug. We're going to
what
New
happened
York.
to my camera? You guys, why didn't you tell me that our camera got all crazy?
Oh. Well, we were going to New York in December, and he has like a travel bug, so he wants to go everywhere he can. So I think we're really gonna go.
Mindy, that is such a lie. You have no cool stories. You have all kinds of cool stories. You tell cool stories all the time. What, Jody? Ancestry DNA proved who your father was? You didn't know who your father was? That's an interesting story.
That is cool.
Yeah. I'd like to prove who my father was. No, I'm just kidding. I know. I look like my father.
If I didn't look like my dad with a wig on, because we're so different.
You do look like your dad with a wig.
I know. That's why I tell him he needs to pay for my nose job.
You have a beautiful nose. Don't even say that.
So you think my dad has a beautiful nose?
Jody, your mom had an affair? This is an amazing story.
Well, tell more, please.
I know. Come on. Let's hear about this. I think you're making this up.
That's a Hallmark movie right there.
Right?
That is a Hallmark movie.
We should get Jody to make a Hallmark movie. Did your undad who thought you were your dad find out? Did they stay married? Did they get divorced? Did he raise you? I have so many questions.
No. Did you have bio dad? And like I call them, because I've got two Jeffs. I've got step Jeff and bio Jeff. That's what I call them.
You do?
Yes, in my head and around.
Okay, so
around my duplex.
Around your duplex. So here's the story. I was married to Maddie's father, obviously, whose name was Jeff. And he and I divorced when Maddie was very young. And my current husband and I, who got together when Maddie was about 2 years old, but she didn't meet him until she was 3 years old. His name is also Jeff. So Maddie has two dads, both named Jeff.
Step Jeff, bio Jeff.
Step Jeff, bio Jeff. Which Jeff do you like better? No, don't answer that question.
I will never answer that.
It
depends on the day.
It depends on the day. Right? Yeah, same.
Like, just earlier, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my husband was being a card earlier. He was
playing sommelier with the Andre champagne.
Yes, he was pretending he was our sommelier. He was giving us our wine options for the night of what wines we had.
Sutter Homes.
We have a Sutter Home. We have a red heron. Or we have this fine Andre Spumante. And he was holding it, like... It was very cute because my husband drinks Busch Light, and he's like the least... he's the farthest away from fancy you could ever get in 5,000 years. I think he owns one suit. And he's worn it to like every funeral and wedding we've been to in the last 20 years. He's got maybe 3 or 4 ties. We just vary the ties.
I remember.
This is his funeral tie. This is his wedding tie.
I think we were going to a funeral or wedding, and you weren't there for some reason, but we had to look up on YouTube how to tie a tie. And me and Donna were like trying to tie a tie on YouTube, but it was so funny.
Where was I?
I don't know. But I just have this memory of us trying to tie a tie. And he's getting really mad.
Sacha says, I just have to say I love this because I don't feel like I'm DPing with others. A lot of people... Oh. Well, I'm glad that you're having a good time. We're having a good time, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got more from Jody. Jody says that she shouldn't say it like that. My dad couldn't have kids and my mom wanted one. He had the mumps when he was 21. He never knew I wasn't his, and I would never have hurt him with the truth. Okay. All right. That is a very cool story.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
So it's your dad.
It is your dad.
It's
Yeah.
the person who raised you. It's
Yeah,
your dad.
absolutely. Oh, Karen, your husband is a PBR man instead of a Bush Light man.
Yeah.
PBR is way cooler than Bush Light.
Oh yeah, PBR is what all the hipsters are drinking.
Yeah, Karen, PBR is very hipster.
It
so
is.
you have a cool husband. I just have a redneck husband.
Hey, a Bush latte?
A Bush latte. That's what
all
we
right in
call
my
it.
book.
Here in Michigan, we call them Bush lattes instead of Bush Lights because only the fancy folks drink the Bush latte.
I have to show you what I got. It's a redneck wine glass. Oh, I did show you.
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's a redneck wine glass. It's a mason jar, but it's got
a stem.
A stem. It's a stemmed mason jar.
That's very, very cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, that's super awesome. So yeah, Jeff was celebrating, I think, the fact that he is on vacation. He worked on Friday, but he does not go back to work until after the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. So he's off for a full week next week. And so I think he was celebrating that tonight, and he was a little high-spirited. I think he had a couple extra Bush Lights.
He did too.
Could you tell?
Yes.
Yeah, he was a little extra spirited.
He was like, yeah, I won't do a pickleback shot with you. You were like, you can't.
No, yeah, we're not letting you.
He's like, yeah, I wasn't going to do it anyway.
So, do you guys know what pickleback shots are? So, Maddie introduced me to pickleback shots about a year ago. And I don't drink very often. I honestly drink when I do live, so that's about the extent of my drinking. And I think it's because I still get a little bit nervous. And because it's just fun. For Maddie and I to have a couple drinks together. My wax isn't working. I think I need to re-wax.
Yeah, I bet you do. I haven't re-waxed once.
Oh, because you use the blue. Okay, so Maddie, I'm interrupting myself, but that's okay because this is DP related, so this is serious business. Maddie and I are having a debate. Why is I gotta move my thing again, you guys. I'm sorry, but we keep falling. Sorry about that. My little lazy arm must be getting lazy and it keeps dropping down. So we were talking on Mindy's Live about wax. And I was swearing by the Not Your Mama's Mud. And I love Not Your Mama's Mud. And I wouldn't use anything else in my multiplacer. And I don't know what I would do if I ever didn't have it.
I like it.
And Maddie says, I don't understand why anybody uses anything other than wax that just comes with your kits.
Oh, no. Okay, the Diamond Art Club wax, Craftably wax, Dreamer Designs wax. You know, not like the Amazon wax. Like you said, the clearer wax isn't as good.
The clearer wax isn't as good.
But the ones that come with your kits, they work fine for me.
Maddie says they work fine for her.
And they last a long time.
They're
not too sticky.
I say no. I say that I prefer
I'm
Not
a
Your
simple
Mama's Mud.
woman.
You're a simple woman.
I don't need the flares and luxury.
No, you're my foot.
LOL.
You're the wannabe fanciest person I've ever met.
I got champagne tastes on a Bush latte budget. My friend Autumn says it's because I am I'll have to text her and confirm, but Capricorn moon.
Are you Virgo rising with
I'm a Virgo sun. She has my chart.
I don't even know what all that
Remember
means.
when I asked you what time I was born?
Yes.
Because she wanted to make my chart. I don't believe in it.
Oh my
But
gosh.
she loves it.
Do you want to hear something really interesting? Maddie was born within minutes of Lady Diana dying.
That explains it. It's not my Capricorn moon. It's
that you're
in me.
It is. You are a princess. You've always been a princess. You've always acted like a princess. You've always been treated like a princess.
Grandma and Papa would always tell me she was reincarnated into me.
Yeah, I believe it.
They would call me Princess Poops a lot.
They did call you Princess Poops a lot. I remember that. And Dada used to call you Princess Pookums.
Yep.
So you've always been a princess on both sides of the family.
But that is weird that she died right as I was being born.
She did. It was really weird. We were watching it on TV as I was in labor and pushing, and she was killed about exactly the same time you were born. 10:30 at night.
I really want to see the movie about her. There's a movie that just came out.
Is there? On what
in the
platform?
movie theater.
Oh, in the theater. We should
should
go see it.
Maybe tomorrow. we have a lot planned for
We do have a lot planned for
If
tomorrow.
we're bored tomorrow, we should go see it, because I'd really like to see it.
We have a lot of crocheting to finish tomorrow.
We could bring it to the movie theater.
And we could bring it to the movie theater, yeah. There used to be a movie theater that had... Does anybody have this kind of movie theater near them? It was a movie theater. It was called Cinema and Suds. And it was a movie theater that also had a full bar. But it also had tables that you could sit at. And they had a full menu of food. And you could actually, like, eat dinner while you watched your movie.
At a table?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was very cool. It was awesome. I loved it.
When you said Cinema and Suds, I thought you meant you could take a bath. I was imagining all these rooms and bathtubs, and there's a big screen. That's what it sounds like.
No, it was Suds like beers.
Oh.
You're too funny. Cinema and
I
Suds.
was really confused.
Oh, goodness. Yes, Mindy. Nacho Mama's Mud is like Michelob. Right, exactly. Exactly. If it's... Yes. Your wax that comes with your Amazon kits is like Natural Light. The wax that comes with Diamond Art Club and Craftably kits is like Bud Light.
Well, you know what?
And Nacho Mama's Mud is like Michelob.
I've shotgunned a Natty, a Bud Light, probably a Michelob, and guess what? I still got drunk.
So what you're saying is they all get the job done?
Yep.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Maddie says no matter what wax you use, they all get the job done. I'm going to love my Nacho Mama's Mud.
I do like Nacho Mama's Mud, and I like how it smells good.
It does. My favorite is, it's pretty basic. That's my favorite flavor.
I like the one, it's like a fall scent, the one you gave me.
I think I gave you It's Pretty Basic.
It's like a fall scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's this one right here.
Let me smell. Yeah, it looks like the same color.
Yeah.
Let me smell. Yep, that's it. I love that smell. I want a candle.
Cynthia says, Maddie, don't ever let your mom tell your boyfriend the princess poops a lot story. He'll never let you live it down.
I was gonna say something really gross, but I can't.
Yes, Mindy, some just take more refills. They all get the job done, but some take more refills. Yep, just like beers. Just like beers. Sasha, what's a blueback? I don't know what blueback is.
Labatt Blue and... I don't know. I'm thinking Labatt Blue.
Lisa, I've never used the Quake Hold.
Quake Hold? I've never heard of that.
Is that the museum putty? Is that like putty? I think I have some... Where is that one stuff that I got? I tried this. I think it's like museum putty.
Oh, that
it's
stuff
called
smells amazing.
Gemtac. I ordered it from this place called Crystal. Can you read that?
Gemtac Cashmere Cream. Crystal Trays.
Okay. There's a place called Crystal Trays.
That is the best smell I've
and
ever
they
smelled.
have this stuff that's called Gemtac. And it's like a putty. And I don't know. I haven't tried it, but look at how it... Isn't that weird? It's just a weird consistency.
I liked it.
Maddie liked it. I haven't tried it yet because I'm one of those people that I get stuck in my ways, and once I find something that I like, I kind of stick with that thing that I like. Oh, I forgot to use my cover minder from Diana tonight.
I was just looking at that. It's so cute.
Oh, darn it. I'm sorry, Diana. I forgot to get him out. And now it's about time to say goodnight. Oh, yeah. Quake is putty. And Jody, you know that it's, Crystal Trays. Yes, the glue dots definitely last forever. Where did I buy it? From Crystal Trays. That's where I bought it. Crystal Trays is the name of the company. I need to get putty from Sensible by Design. That's what you use in your multi-placer. I will have to try that. Is that a shop on Etsy, Jody? Because I will definitely check that out. I'm always hip to the scene to check out new things.
Hip to the scene.
I'm hip to the
Very
scene.
hip freeze there.
Oh man, I just put my arm right in my glue over here.
Yeah.
All right, that was
Rookie mistake.
rookie move. Total rookie move. What in the world?
I've gotten a lot done.
You always get a lot done. So it is like after 10:30. We have been talking forever, ever. Oh yeah, so Etsy, or Jody says it is on Etsy. So cool. And it's a Canadian company, so our dollar goes further. Thanks for that, Canadians. But we should probably get going because I have to go potty. That's the primary reason.
And I'm hungry.
And Maddie's hungry for second dinner. Maddie eats a thing called second dinner every night. And since we ate so early tonight,
this will be third dinner.
Oh yeah, you already did have second dinner,
Yes,
didn't you?
I did.
So Maddie's got to go find some third dinner, and I've got to go potty. But we have had a fabulous time hanging out with you guys and having some laughs and diamond painting and talking about some off the wall stuff. I mean, you never know where it's going to go with us. We've gone from A to Z and back again, I think. And but thanks a lot for coming, you guys. And I will see you guys all in some videos I got coming up this week. I got some unboxings, of course I do. And then, of course, my whip and chat on Thursday. So I will see you guys all very soon. And I hope we all have a great night. Have a great Thanksgiving, because I won't see you before then. Well, I mean, I won't, live see you before then. We could go live Thanksgiving. We could go live Thanksgiving. You guys want to?
Yeah.
All right, let's plan on that. Did you just drop drills everywhere? Oh my God. Now we really got to go because I have to go pick drills off Maddie's lap.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Cry.
Don't cry. We'll get them, baby. All right. I love you guys. Good night. I'll see you later. Bye.
I can't believe I did
I can't believe you did it either. I don't remember how to stop this.
I got it. Oh, tap the screen. Press the X.
Where's the X?
Top right.
I can't see it because that light's so bright.
Yeah.
There we go.
End.
All right.